Hi, this is Laura, and I'm going to kind of give you a brief overview of the Hour of Code page on Rock the Lab. If you scroll down under the featured lessons section, you see the Hour of Code button. And so technically the Hour of Code week is December 4th through the 8th, but you can pretty much do this anytime you want. It doesn't have to be this week in December. So to get to it, you're just going to click on the button on the home page, and it will take you to the Hour of Code page. And we begin with an introductory video. I recommend showing this in your classroom before you take the kids to the lab, just because I know what the sound quality is like in the computer labs. It's not great. So I think they're going to have a better way of listening to it from your classroom. So it just gives them a brief introduction. It explains what computer science is and how much of an impact it has on the technologies that and the different types of jobs that people go into today. So as you scroll down, you're going to see the computer science fundamentals for elementary, and these are the actual courses. They're about an hour long. It used to be like 3 different ones. There used to be one for like K1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this year they've broken them up into different grade levels. So I have one for each grade level. And I recommend starting off with this if your kids have never done this before. So if they're brand new to this, this is a perfect place to start. So for example, if you go into the Kinder one, it'll take you to Course A. And first, any of the unplugged activities, those are ones that you could do in the classroom. So you're actually going to skip these. So you're just going to begin with the first one, and I think these little triangles or diamonds represent videos that they're going to watch. So make sure that you have a working set of headphones on each computer. So they watch a video, and then the actual programming starts with the little circles. So as you can see, it just kind of progresses on to the next stage. So you start with 1, it'll automatically take them to 2, they can skip 3, and then it'll automatically take them to 4. So really you don't have to do a whole lot in the way of facilitating it, because the actual website does the facilitation for you. Okay, so that's what the Kinder looks like. And so we've got one for 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. If your students have already been exposed to the courses on code.org, then you might want to take them to all of the other courses that are also located on the same website. So when you click on the picture, it'll take you to all of the different third-party companies that they have partnered with, and they can choose from all these different games. So we've got Star Wars, Frozen, sports. So it's pretty much the same concept. It's just it doesn't take them from the very beginning and teaches them from step 1. So they have to have a little experience if they want to go to these lessons. If I scroll down a little bit more, you'll see that there is an Hour of Code HyperDoc. You can have them click on this. It will open up in Google, and then they have a choice of different coding games that they can go to. The new one I found this year is probably my favorite, and it's called BitsBot, and I highly, highly recommend this one for 4th and 5th graders. When you click on this one, it really replicates the language of Java. So it's not that drag and drop block coding that's really not exactly realistic when you get into the whole world of computer science. This one is more like the language of Java. So what they have to do is type exactly what they see, and then they have an opportunity to change these words. So here we have the coding, and then whatever is in the colored part, that's the variable that you can change. So that one is really cool, but again, I highly recommend it for 4th, 5th, or 5th grade. When you scroll down a little bit more, Flipgrid has a really cool Explorer series that starts on December 4th, and that's where kids can watch a video by actual coders, and then they have an opportunity to record a video asking a question. And I can't show you it now because it hasn't started, but you are going to have a camera. So the VDI computers in the computer lab don't have cameras. So if you're going to use this, you either have to use the Chromebooks or you can use your iPad with the Flipgrid app installed. but that's a really cool activity for them to actually listen about what it's like to be in the coding profession. When you scroll down a little bit more, you have different iPad apps, and this is great for those kids who don't have permission to be on the internet. Nowadays, mostly everyone has permission to be on the internet, but every once in a while, you still have those parents that don't quite understand that, you know, we do have a filter, that everything they go to is previewed ahead of time. So if that's the case, and you have any kids that don't have permission to be on the internet, then you can download these apps and they can still participate using iPads. So you can go ahead and take your kids to the computer lab, bring some iPads with you, and then those kids that don't have permission can use these iPad apps. At the very bottom, we've got some additional resources. Here is a exit ticket that you can have your kids fill out that day or the day after. There's a certificate of completion. You can print one here, or there's a way that you can actually enter up to 30 names and then print a whole class at one time. And then we've got some coding stickers. So if you have any like sticky label paper that you put in the copy machine or the printer, then you can print some little hour of code stickers for the kids to wear once they finish their coding hour. So again, these are all the resources that I've kind of curated for this year's Hour of Code. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll send an email and let you know what days I'll be on your campus. I know that most of you have already scheduled some times for me to be with you in the lab, and that's great. But like I said, coding doesn't have to be December 4th or the 8th. It could be any day of the year, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So hope you guys have a great time.